In today's video I'll show you how to make original Italian, authentic Italian beef homemade stew. It takes only few good ingredients, takes just 10 minutes of preparation of your time, tastes incredible, better than in a restaurant, and it's homemade and very tasty. So highly recommended. I'll show you step to step how to make it. Then you throw everything in a slow cooker and it's ready to serve on the mashed potatoes with broccoli. So let's get started. It all starts with real simple but real fresh and good ingredients. So what we will need is all you can see in here basically. So that's all we're going to be using for Italian stew, and I will show you exactly what you need. We'll need 2 carrots, 2 large parsnips, 2 large white onions, some flour for dusting our beef, about 800 grams of stewing beef. We'll need 2 strings of thyme, virgin olive oil, tomato puree, some salt and pepper, and that's all you need. And a beef stock. It all comes to really good ingredients. My beef meat is from a meat shop, and I went to the veggie shop to get my carrots, parsnips and onions. It does make a difference. Really good ingredients, very simple, but it tastes incredible. So let's get started. Okay, we're gonna start with rubbing salt and pepper all over the chunks of beef, and we'll dust it lightly with the flour. Okay, I'll be making my slow cook beef, Italian beef in Instant Pot. So this one is the one I'm using if anyone would be interested. Obviously it's not a sponsored video or anything, but this is just if anyone is wondering. And I'm sure I'm going to be getting those questions. So I'm going to be using this, this one is Instant Pot, pressure cooker, everything, and porridge, and slow cooker as well. So I will be using slow cooker option here. As you can see on the left, slow cooker. There's frying one in here. So I'm going to fry my veggies, my meat, then my veggies, and then everything going to go on slow cooker option. So I'm going to set it, and it's going to be staying there for a few hours until nice and tender. So I used that one quite a few times and I love it, to be honest. So quite good investment because they're not cheap. Okay, I like to make my beef chunks a bit smaller than this. I have 2 small kids, so I'm gonna cut them probably in half, and then I'm gonna lightly dust them with flour. I prepared myself a chopping board and a knife here and a plate, and then we're gonna be frying them on olive oil. This is how my Instant Pot looks like. I will be starting with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So that's going to the pan first. And I'm gonna set my Instant Pot on salt in here. And then slow cooker. And second one. Better quality beef is definitely your beef stew will be much nicer. So I always recommend to get the best quality of beef you can get your hands on. As you will notice, some of the chunks are quite big and thick, so we have just basically cut them in smaller pieces, but try to do it kind of the same as you can see in here. Okay, now we have finished. Now we've got a whole plate of beef. It's important to have your beef or any meat in kind of the same size so it can cook evenly. Okay, now we're gonna dust it with flour, salt and pepper. Now we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of flour. Our meat will brown better later on and the sauce will be thicker. Okay, our beef is ready now and it's dusted with flour, salt, pepper, seasoned with salt and pepper, and now time to fry it until golden brown. Okay, we're gonna set our Instant Pot on salt So we're gonna fry it up until golden brown on high heat, and then we're gonna set aside. We need, of course, a wooden spoon. We do need to wait until the oil is hot before we add it on. Okay, next up we're gonna peel and chop finely 2 large white onions. Then we're gonna add, and this will be frying in 3 tablespoons of olive oil in a pan on its own to start with. Then we're gonna add 2 large carrots. If you bought your carrots from veggie shop, you can leave them in the skin. You can just chop it. Then we're gonna add it 2 large parsnips. We're gonna chop them, peel them and add them on, and 2 strings of thyme. So all our veggie will be chopped and frying all together, so all the flavor will combine nicely. Usually the best thing is to start with 1 beef, throw it in the pan and see if it's sizzling, and if it is, then we can add the rest. Start with thyme. We have to wash it obviously, and we're gonna move it to the side, and in the meantime we're gonna quickly peel our onions, chop it finely, and then we'll do the same with the rest of the veggies. Our beef is fried up nicely, browned nicely, so we're gonna take it out to the little bowl, and then we're gonna fry all the veggies. This is out. We're gonna now add 3 tablespoons of olive oil. As you can see in here, it's browned the bottom of it, but that's completely fine. We'll scrub it and it will be like brand new, and we need all the flavor to stay in. We don't want to get rid of any of this because it's going to add this nice flavor, nice taste. So I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of olive oil and fry our veggies. We've got our onion. We're going to quickly wash it and chop it in finely, and we want something like this, not too fine, nice chunks, but that will be perfect, something like this. And I've got our onion quite a bit. To be honest, now we're moving on to our carrots. We're going to cut the ends and the rest we're going to keep it. Wash it and keep it. We're not going to peel this one because I got that one from the veggie shop. So it's from local farmer, so I'm fine with that. If you want, you can peel it. Okay, we're heating up the olive oil again, and I have scrubbed a bit the bottom, but I'm keeping everything, as you can see in here, because it's all adding to the flavor. Next we're going to be adding all our onions and frying up until gold, and then we're going to add chopped carrots and parsley and parsnip. Okay, our carrots are just washed and I'm going to just chop them now. My carrots in quite big chunks like you can see in here. And we're going to add our carrots to the onions. Now we have to mix it well so our onion won't burn. Parsley we have peeled and chopped in small pieces, and now we're gonna add it to the rest. When our veggies are fried, we're gonna add thyme. And now it's time to return all our meat back in to our. We're gonna mix everything all together well. If you have it, at this point add 3 tablespoons of red wine. Whatever red wine you've got, I've got in here Malbec. 3 tablespoons added. If you are Italian, you know what to do with the rest, right? Don't have to tell you. Once wine has evaporated, we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of tomato puree. It's just simple tomato puree, concentrated. 2 teaspoons. Now we've got in here 400 milliliters of hot water. We're gonna add 1 beef stock. Stir it really well and add it to our beef stew. Make sure you dissolve beef stock properly, otherwise sometimes you might find that it didn't dissolve and it went somewhere on the side and the whole dish was cooking for 8 hours and the flavor didn't come through, and this is probably why. So make sure everything is dissolved, every single bit. Okay, first you have to mix well beef with your veggies, and then we're gonna add your beef stock. 400 milliliters straight in, and then we're gonna close it and cook it for 8 hours. Slowly cook it so the meat will be falling apart, which is what we want. Okay, we're gonna switch slow cook option and change time in here for about 8 hours. So it will be slowly cooking for 8 hours. I love the slow cooker or instant pot, because you can make your dish in the morning before work. When you come back, it's ready basically. So I love it. Okay, we've got in here a perfect mashed potato ready to serve with our beef stew. And broccoli. Okay, our beef stew, Italian beef stew, is now ready. I will be serving it with some mashed potatoes and broccoli. I have 2 plates in here ready. So we'll be serving it any minute now. It smells incredible and tastes even better. Really, really good. So definitely need to try to make it at home. It takes no time basically and tastes better than in a restaurant. Homemade Italian food.